Hi guys, so I'm doing a deep dive today on Ryan Reynolds' nonprofit Creative Ladder. There were some very sketchy findings in the tax filings for this organization, in my opinion, and this video is just one about his whole situation with nonprofits. I also did put some of these findings into ChatGPT to get more information, and so here's the summary of my research into this. So when looking at the tax filings for Creative Ladder, Ryan Reynolds' nonprofit, there was huge revenue volatility year over year without explanation, such as a Schedule B with donor details or something like that. This volatility is apparently quite unusual for a brand new nonprofit organization. This is only a few years old. It could potentially raise concerns about the organization having large owners who may be influencing operations and transparency. They also did not disperse any money in grants or assistance or charitable disbursements across all 3 years, which raises questions about whether this organization is directly benefiting the public or primarily using the money on things like their own infrastructure and branding or other things for themselves, I guess. There was a very rapid increase in salaries between the years, which is not really justified by the outputs or impact reports from what I see. They paid about $1.2 million in salaries across 2 years with a brand new nonprofit, and they did not give financial grants to anyone, as I mentioned, which may suggest that this operation might be more geared towards funding their own operations and staff rather than the public benefit. At least 45% of the expenses also went to things other than programming, and apparently charity watchdogs generally raise concerns when non-program expenses exceed 25 to 35% of an organization's budget. Next, they reported only $258 in professional fundraising fees in 2022, while claiming $165,000 roughly in total fundraising expenses, which could point to intentional misclassification or failure to properly account for fundraising labor, consulting, and efforts. The expense categorization could be suspect here. There was $1 million in-kind contributions like consulting, strategic planning, and programming that went unreflected in the revenue and expense lines from what I could tell, which is apparently ethically murky, because it can distort the true operating size and public support of the organization. They list inconsistent addresses and contact information. 2021 was Alabama, and then they updated the contact to be for DC for 2022, 2023. I thought that was pretty bizarre. They didn't include a lot of donated services in their revenue or expenses either, so that could potentially be a red flag. These are from public documents. These are from ProPublica. You can look them up yourself and look at the financial information, see what you think of it. And these are to the best of my knowledge and reflect my opinions on the situation based on what I see. I am not a financial professional, and this is not financial advice. Let me know what you all think of this.